Hello loyal fans and subscribers, Ninamori Fanboy here with the final battle I have using this Mega Metagross team. This is against an opponent named Platinum. He found me here on YouTube, so if you're watching this and would like to battle me, just do what he did and, leave a comment asking me to battle and we'll battle. Anyway, like I said, this is the final battle using that Metagross team. And my opponent brought a team that kind of destroys Mega Metagross, so it's pretty unfortunate that all three of my battles, my Mega Metagross can't really do much, but that's just team preview. Let's get the battle started, see what I end up doing with it, and, see if I can, defeat this opponent. Spoiler alert if you didn't see the other two battles. Actually, I won't even spoil them. Go watch them if you haven't already. So he leads with Ferrothorn as I lead with Swampert. Bad matchup for me, but I'm going to get up my rocks anyway, expecting him to do the same. I could have went immediately out into Volcarona, but I saw he didn't have any way to get rid of hazards, so I wanted to get them up as soon as possible. Now I didn't expect him to even have Power Whip, let alone go for it, so I went for a Scald, fishing for a burn, and I get destroyed in the process. I am a especially defensive Swampert, so Power Whip is easily going to OHKO me. But now I can go out to my Volk, and he does have rocks up at this point, so, that's not very good. But I'm going to go for Giga Drain, expecting and hoping the Quagsire comes in, to resist the fire attack. But he actually goes out to this Landorus, and, does a decent amount. I recover quite a bit, so that's good. I see no leftovers though, so I'm kind of guessing it's Choice Scarfed. So had I gone for a fire attack, since I'm Choice Scarfed, I could have taken it out, but that's all in hindsight. I wanted the recovery, to ensure that I could come back in at least one more time. So I go out to my Skarmory to hopefully wall the Lando, and I do. I take the Stone Edge Whale, and he switches out, so that kind of confirms to me that he's Scarfed, as I get up one layer of spikes as he goes out to Rotom Heat. And since my my Swampert went down turn 2, I don't really have much to switch into this thing, so I go into my Metagross because, like I said at the beginning of the battle, it can't really do much against his team. And he actually has Thunder Wave. I mean, Thunder Wave might be better than being burnt, but either one of them would be pretty detrimental to an already basically, not useless, but Mega Metagross has definitely seen better usability than in this battle. All three of these battles that I used this team, actually. Which is pretty ironic, considering this thing's notoriety. He goes out to Quagsire, though. Comes in on, rocks and one layer of spikes. In addition to my Zen Headbutt, which I was going for against the Rotom, but even if he switched out, I figured Zen Headbutt would be the best. And that does a lot of damage. Like, that's a 2-hit KO, so I fully expect him to go for Recover here, so I'm just going to switch out into, I can't remember. Looks like Blastoise to get rid of the rocks, that's right. But he goes for Earthquake, so had I stayed in, I probably could have gotten rid of this Quagsire. But I guess I didn't mind that because I kind of wanted him to, recover. That way he could be at full health and I could get a huge hit off with my Volcarona's Giga Drain and get back to full health. But now I'm just going to go for Scalds, fish for burn. Actually, I wanted to Rapid Spin, but figured he would go into Ferrothorn, so I wanted to Scald to potentially burn that thing. But he stayed in with his Quagsire and actually went for Stockpile. So at this point, my play of choice is to continue to go for Scald to hopefully take this thing out before, Quagsire kind of runs through my team. But as you can see, I barely miss out on the KO, as I do burn him, but it doesn't matter because he's able to get off the recover. But the burn, even though it didn't really matter there, it's going to help me in the fact that, his Earthquake won't be doing much. I resist his Scald. I think he has Scald. And, he's being whittled turn per turn, so I take this opportunity to Rapid Spin finally. And he actually goes for Toxic on my Blastoise. So, not good. Never good to have a poison Blastoise. I actually assume I switch out here, expecting a recover. Probably go right into my Volcarona. That is kind of risky. Well, kinda, because, like I said, he is burnt, and I'm pretty sure he's going to go for recover. Then again, he didn't last time against Metagross, so I don't know. I don't know what I do here. Looks like I go out to Togekiss, a decent mid-ground play, I suppose. If he went for Earthquake, I would have avoided all damage. But he actually goes out to Sceptile, so that looked like an amazing play on my part, but I don't know. I think I just legitimately thought he'd go for Earthquake or Recover or something, and I could try to Paraflinch him. Not but like Burn Flinch, I guess it would be. But Togekiss is kind of the MVP of all three of these battles, actually. Because he goes out to Rotom, and despite resisting it, he doesn't take that too well, and I'm going to be able to 2-hit KO him with Air Slash and Dazzling Gleam, so down goes a huge threat to my team now that my Swampert was gone. But he can go out to Lando, and I don't want to stay in because this Togekiss puts in way too much work, like it always does. Starting to really like Togekiss again. So, yep, I go right back out to my Skarmory. Just, I'm pretty confident it walls this thing. Then he reveals the explosion. And, it does about as much as I expected. I thought it took me out or something. I guess I'm getting some battles confused. But, either way, now he can go out to his Dragonite. And expecting either a Roost or a Dragon Dance, I'm just going to go for a Roar. Not letting any Dragonites set up on my Steelix? My Skarmory ever. So just switch him out into Ferrothorn. Now I'm going to probably go for Spikes. Roost first, of course, to get back a lot of health. But who does he have left? He has this on the ground. He has Quagsire. I can't remember who he has left. Here he goes for Protect, and I might go for Roar. Yeah, I did, so very nice. But like I said, he doesn't have many people off the ground left. One of them being this Quagsire that comes in on 2 layers of spikes, Stealth Rock, and gets burnt. So I think I'll actually be able to take him out with Drill Peck here if I decide to go for it. We'll see right now. I do go for Drill Peck, and wow! He lives on a sliver of red. That is disheartening. Now he's back to half health, and he can probably pretty freely go for Recover again and be at full health. Or he can set up, stockpiles. Neither one will be very good. I just go out to my, who do I go out to? My Blastoise. Yeah, he got up Stealth Rock again. I want to get rid of those before I send in my Volcarona to Giga Drain this thing. I don't have to, but I kind of really wanted to. Because, no reason not to. Blastoise pretty solidly walls this thing, unless it gets up like 6 stockpiles, which shouldn't realistically happen in any scenario ever. But, if it does, then I will be in trouble, but like I said, I don't think that happens. So there's stockpile number 1. And I think now I actually hard switch into my Volcarona, because he never actually revealed Scald yet. So because he's burnt and Earthquake is neutral, I'm thinking that it won't do much to my Volcarona even if he goes for it, but I'm expecting another stockpile right here. So I do go out to Volcarona, as I said, and he does go for Earthquake, but hardly does any damage because, like I said, he is burnt, and, it's neutral, so there's that. And because I already revealed the Giga Drain, he ends up withdrawing out to, I think, Ferrothorn. Oh no, Ferrothorn wouldn't make sense because I don't think he knows I'm Scarfed. But he does go out to Dragonite, and this still 4 times resists the Giga Drain, so essentially the same thing. He also resists, you know, my fire, so solid switch into my Volcarona. And I still have my Skarmory, so I can go out to that. Ooh, and it's at a pretty decent amount of health. He actually goes for Waterfall, doing virtually no damage to my Skarm and taking Rocky Helmet damage. Now he reveals the Fire Punch. I mean, Fire Punch is pretty common on D-Knight, doing a huge amount of damage. As fortunately, I just go for Drill Peck and take this thing out. Dragonite is always a threat, so I'm glad I was able to, you know, weaken it with Rocky Helmet and then take it out with Drill Peck when Drill Peck failed to kill Quagsire at like 10%. Now he goes out to Sceptile, and I'm just, again, going to go for Drill Peck. He's definitely at the range where I can KO him, but I'm probably at the damage where he can KO me with, like, Focus Blast or something. Goes for Focus Blast, actually misses, so pretty unfortunate for him. What did I have for Sceptile? I had my Scarfed Volcarona that could have Revenge killed, but he also has this Ferrothorn, which, I mean, Bug Buzz would have been nice against both of them. And Fire Blast, what am I thinking? I thought Sceptile 4 times resisted Fire Blast, but no, it's neutral. I am out of it right now. So I decided to go hard into my Togekiss for some reason as he reveals the Gyro Ball. So I didn't expect Gyro Ball and Power Whip, but he has both, which is why, you know, he kind of destroyed my Swampert and my Togekiss. But Togekiss does live because it's got nice natural bulk. And I reveal the Fire Blast. And at that range of HP, if I do connect, I will definitely be able to take it out. So he withdraws the Ferrothorn. Goes out into his Quagsire. As I think I actually predict this and go for Air Slash. Yep, I made the play. You know, even if he didn't, I had a good chance of, whatchamacallit, flinch. Not a good chance, but, you know, a decent enough chance of flinching the Ferrothorn, so pretty much my play of choice. And it worked out for me, because this Quagsire looks like it finally will go down. Just go for Dazzling Gleam, it has no chance to miss. I didn't think he would double back to his Ferrothorn, and he didn't, so the Quagsire finally goes down. And it looks like Togekiss is going to finish off this battle. Because I think Ferrothorn is his last Pokemon. And I just go for Fire Blast because, you know, I'm real. I go for it, I don't miss. I could have, you know, probably KO'd him with Air Slash, but I wanted to be real and end it with Fire Blast, and I did, so very nice display for Togekiss. Like I said, unfortunate that none of these 3 battles that I used Mega Metagross, it didn't really do anything just because of team matchup. But either way, I'm still very proud of this team, especially Togekiss. So, good game, Platinum. Like I said, if any of you guys watching this, you know, would like to battle me, just contact me through, you know, YouTube comments or my other social medias like Twitter and Miiverse if you're following me on either of those. But either way, thank you for watching this video and have a good day.